What'd you think of their speed on offense? Was it a considerable part of the game, you think?
I think majority of what kind of, I guess, separated us from them was just our mistakes and our lack of ability to execute. We knew that we don't have, talented basic guys. The speed was pretty good, but I don't think that was one of the things that really controlled our fate in the game. I think it was just on our part. We just didn't execute as well as we need to. But we go fast, and we expect that.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry I came in late.
Never missed.
Gross.
First question.
Just kind of tell me what you thought happened. They obviously played very well offensively.
Just like I was basically just saying, I think our execution just wasn't there today. Had a lot of busts on different plays, a lot of big plays that, we were doing pretty good in the beginning, and, receivers wide open down the middle. That was hurt, so I think the biggest part is just execution. Lack there and that ability. We're not able to put our offense in a good position to execute as well. So,
Your thoughts on both the quarterback?
Talented player, and we knew that coming into the game. We watching this film, seeing that he was very versatile with his abilities to be able to run and throw the ball. I knew that was going to be like one of those type of things we need to pay attention to and try to keep him in the pocket. Just a talented player, and we just didn't execute as well as we need to keep him in the pocket as much as we could. So that's what it was.
Do you think lack of pressure had anything to do with it, or was that really not an issue?
When it comes to execution, that kind of follows with like the lack of pressure, lack of coverage, not executing the play the right way. I think we had the talent to definitely put pressure on any quarterback in college football, just in general. We had the schematics to do it as well, but if you don't execute, what can you do? So.
Did you feel things snowballed?
I wouldn't say things were snowballing. I just thought that, we were getting good plays and, miss up here, absence of covering over here, absence of, getting to the ball when we get a rush to Q. That's definitely going to hurt. You can't make big mistakes against big-time teams because they'll take advantage of those things. And, that's just in general with our league that we're playing in the AAC, and stepping out of it to play Notre Dame, you just can't afford to make those mistakes because they'll definitely, you saw the scores.
Anything else you can add as to what Crow said as far as what happened defensively with breakdowns?
Yeah, I think when you have 10 guys doing their job and one guy doesn't, and it makes it a lot harder when they have great players, and so do we. So it's not. I don't think it was an athletic thing. Yes, they were fast, but if we would have done things the right way, like Crow was saying, then we would have stayed in the game more, better than we did.
Do you think it was a case of them scheming you up? There's one where they got Pastorio lined up on that Claypool wide receiver. There's another one.
It seemed like a scheme. It did look like that because they put Claypool in the 2 position. So, but again, I trust Tyler to do his job and get over top of that. That if we were to go out there again, so it was just he made a great play, and obviously he was there making the plays today for their team, along with Book making the right throws, the right reads.
Well, was there an element out there of it being really unexpected the way it went?
No, I would not say it was unexpected. They did motion quite a bit. We did practice a lot of motion, but it was more than I thought. However, we prepared for it. I believe our eyes were right most of the time. But we'll see. We'll see on film, and it never lies. So we'll see how it goes.
How about unexpected in terms of the way the score built? That's probably one of the last things you might have expected is to be down that far that soon.
No, we expected to win.
Right. So did that add an element to it of, anything of, does that start to get worse when it gets to be that way?
No, I trust these guys to continue to play each and every play. So the next play forward, you can't think about the past. You score and you roll on, and then you play the next play. So I was not sitting there thinking about how this got away from us. It was like, okay, what do they got to do on this play? What's my position doing if I was out there, or if I wasn't out there, just making sure our guys were doing the right thing. So yeah, there were mistakes made on both sides, and they made more plays. As simple as that.
So on the first possession of it, you guys drove right down the field. You were in scoring position, and then the turnover. Was that deflating?
I mean, yeah, it's there's a lot of momentum going into that, and we were driving on them, and and everyone knows in our offense, turnovers are killer, right? And we had way too many today, and we knew coming into this game that we needed to play perfect, right? It was perfect as we could be, unfortunately, they took advantage of small little things that we were making mistakes on, and capitalized on them pretty heavily. Deflating for the rest of the game, I wouldn't say so. I mean, it's one of those things in football. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, right? It's a freaking fist fight. So roll on, get knocked in the face and swing back next time you get the ball. So that's always gonna be our mentality, no matter what's going on in the game and who we're playing. And that's what we have today. And yeah, that's what I have to say.
Their defensive line they were at Georgia this year. Got a lot of praise after that. It's being upgraded from previous years. What do you make of it? What do you think of it?
I mean, these guys are some of the best athletes, and some of the bigger guys we play against in our season. And there's some stout dudes and great players and great athletes. By no means did we go in there expecting to get defeated by them, or you walk by them. We gave them our best shot. We don't let that stuff affect how we play. It doesn't matter who we line up against. We're going to treat them the same way. But they're a good team, and a lot of respect to them, and their front guys and their defense. They played well. They played sound, and again took advantage of a lot of mistakes that we made. So.
Anything else for Ford?
Well, just can you talk about, you've got to flush this one. SMU's a huge game in the conference next week. You cannot let this carry over.
Oh, no, not at all. And, it's what's beautiful about this sport, and beautiful thing about life is always new opportunities, right? And, this one's over with, and we're blessed to have another one next week. Heal up throughout the weekend, get our game plan together, and get ready to get after these guys and give them our best shot. So excited to move on and roll on and see the field again next week.
Thanks. Obviously, the fumbles, they're killers. Can you talk about that?
We knew that going into the game. Like Ford said, we had to play almost perfect to beat these guys. And fumbling doesn't help you beat anybody. And I take full ownership of that. The fumbles hurt.
Where did you feel that it was ball security issues? I mean, did you feel just you didn't tuck it away high and tight as the way you're taught? Is that what would you say led to the fumbles? I know one was a mesh fumble.
Right.
The other two.
Just a combination of a lot of things. Extremely avoidable things. And that's something I'm gonna go watch, learn from it, and do better next week.
Is it frustrating because you were moving the ball? Again, the first two possessions, you moved the ball very effectively against them.
Right. I mean, it's extremely frustrating in any case that you're turning the ball over. Whether we're up 50 points or down 50 points, turn the ball over is not something that we do here at Navy. We can't afford that here, so we'll fix that moving forward.
So those first two fumbles that were terrific defensive plays, I think, were involved in those. So, I mean, how did you rate their line and that they're?
I mean, it's Notre Dame. They have great athletes. One of the better defenses that we've seen this year. They made some great plays. They capitalized on them, but they were extremely avoidable, and that's the thing that hurts the most. So, like I said, we'll learn from it and move forward.
And can you talk about moving ahead to SMU? And you cannot let this carry over into a big game next week.
Yeah, exactly. This is in the past now. Take what you can from it, the positives. Learn from the mistakes, but it's over now. We got SMU up next, senior night, and we know what we got to do.
They played really well. Coach Kelly, they had a great plan on both sides of the ball. Just to go help them. Tip the hats to them. The football team, coached us, helped played us, started the team. gotta find a way to bounce back this week. Got a game at home, senior day. It's always a big game for us back in the conference. But
Now, like I said, we beat the crap out of us and we just move on.
You knew from the outset that they were going to score some points and you had to match them. First offensive possession, you went right down the field and looked like you were in position to score a touchdown. That first fumble and then the subsequent fumbles were just killers, weren't they?
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over against a team like this. I mean, you definitely can't do that. I mean, they're really, really good. When you play teams that are better, and you can't turn the ball over, can't give up big plays. And, you know, we did. And against a team again like that, everything just gets magnified. And that's what happened today. It was very similar to last year. It just kind of overwhelmed us in the first half, and we couldn't respond. They, like, hit us with the overhand right, and we were dazed the rest of the game, you know, and we didn't respond very well. But, you know, we haven't been in that situation this year, and we were dazed the whole game. And to their credit, a lot of it was them. I mean, they just kept attacking both sides of the ball, and they did a really good job.
Go ahead.
You did mention you still have a lot to play for, and a lot of the guys were just talking about, hey, got to put this one away as soon as possible. Obviously disappointed, but still a lot of season left and a lot of your goals still there.
So we got to come back in conference against SMU at home, a really good team. You know, it's our senior day, and that's a really special day for us. It's at our house, and like you said,
when you have a kind of a nightmare game like this,
it's like you want to put it away as quickly as you can because this one hurts.
they kicked us in the teeth, kicked us in the gut, and they got after us. They got after us in all phases. Like I said, starting to be they had agreements plans in all phases.
We got to bounce back.
Coach, is it surprising to you that Malcolm would have 3 of the fumbles because he's been very secure with the ball all season?
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing a really good job of taking care of the ball. Obviously, he carries the ball a lot, and I was surprised because he's been doing a great job, and we expect him to bounce back. I mean, he's still our best player, and expect him to bounce back.
Yeah, you do all year.
When you go to halftime after a first half like that, what does a coach do? What does coaching become at that point?
Yeah, a lot of psychological stuff. Just to hang in there. Heads are hanging. I mean, all of us, you're down. Like I said, you're getting whipped pretty badly, and just trying to rally the troops. Try to say, hey, it's 0-0. We got to get the ball to start the second half, and you try your best to press forward. But we were all in shell shock. We've been playing well all year, and just disappointing that's the best team, we'll play all year, and they got after us and we didn't play our best. So wish we could have, had a better showing on our part, but give them all the credit we want.
Did you think they did a good job of scheming you up defensively? I mean, they had some plays where they got really fast guys matched up against safeties or linebackers that led to big plays.
No, really 2 years in a row, they've done a really good job. They've stayed really basic. And just schematically, they didn't try to trick us or anything. They just kind of lined up and they just executed, and they did that last year. So 2 years in a row. 3 years ago, they were the other coordinator went to A&M. They were kind of moving all over the place, but their new coordinator, he's had a really good, simple, sound game plan, and their kids executed. Their philosophy is they're not going to try to out-scheme us. They're just going to, know exactly what they're doing and try to whip us, and that's what they did.
It sounds like from what you're saying that this is just about the last that you expected to play out.
Yeah, we've been playing so well, and there are a lot of good things going on this year. We come in this game, we had a lot of momentum, and definitely didn't see that coming. And so it was a shell shock to me, to all of us, and that starts with me. They obviously were prepared and hit us in the lips, and we couldn't respond. And I still felt good early on, even though they were down 14. Hey, we can still make some plays. And, the turnovers hurt us, and they hit big plays. Turnovers and big plays, those are hard to overcome. They had some big plays. We had them blocked up a couple of times on third down, and they made great plays. And then we get the ball back, and then unfortunately, the turnovers, just like I said, just amplifies and magnifies everything.